Hey friends, it's Kate from Venison for dinner here. I'm so glad you're here watching. If you enjoy, I would love if you could give me a thumbs up, like that little like button. It helps YouTube be like, oh, hey, people like this. We should show this to other people. Ooh, just put my thumb right in the way there. Let's see. I just got the incubator going since all the quail hatched. If I'm being honest, I didn't really feel like getting the incubator going again. But part of that's because it's a really disgusting thing to clean. But I was like, okay, I already have to clean this, right? So like if I already am cleaning this and I already have 2 different gallon buckets of eggs on the counter from last night and this morning, is it really that much more step to just then like plug it in, put the eggs in and turn it on? No, it's not. So I did it, put on my big girl pants. We don't really need any more chickens. These will all be chicks to sell. If you haven't seen before, we have a Brinzy 56EX. So it has an automatic hygrometer pump. We don't have to add water. It's got an automatic egg turner. Like literally, I just will glance and make sure my numbers are right and that there's water. And then I do nothing else until day 18 when I take out these, and then leave it again for another 3 days. They start hatching, and then 2 days later we take them out. It's a very hands-off incubator, and it's an investment, but it paid for itself in 1 year. Homesteading tools are almost always investments, especially if you want to buy a quality one. We've had cheap incubators. They don't do anything good for us. Our house is really inconsistent temperatures, and it could not keep up with it. So this cost $900. However, we would normally spend an average of $400 on chicks because chicks are not cheap where we live. And then we sold $500 in chicks because they're worth $5 to $6 each. So it really worked out to perfectly pay for itself last year, and this year is gravy. And then with all the avian flu stuff, am I allowed to say avian flu? Is it gonna censor me? Is avian flu the new COVID? Am I gonna get censored? I'm just so glad we had the biosecurity that we could just do it ourselves and we didn't have to deal with hatcheries and such, because a lot of people had a lot of problems with getting things from hatcheries. When we make iced tea, we make iced tea. So I get jars filling with water, and then as they're filling, I go through and I add tea bags to all of them. Then I add lemon juice to all of them. Then I add salt to all of them. And then sugar or honey or lemon juice or whatever. And by the time I've got all of them full, I usually then have all my jars full too. Now I'm just stirring to dissolve everything. These 2 are white tea peach. This is blue mango. It's like lemongrass and dried mangoes and butterfly pea flowers. And these 2 are green tea apricot. These huge ones are from Adagio Tea. I really love them. Very convenient for making iced tea. Warming up leftovers. We've got short rib or Maui ribs from last night, chicken from a couple nights ago, and a quart of canned potatoes drained, and I did butter and bacon fat, and I'll add probably some mushroom salt. Now I'm just gonna turn this on low to just nicely warm up and go quickly pick a salad. Love this time of year. Look at my little cucumbers! They're little tiny baby ones. So cute. There. Look at right there.
Oh.
And there's little ones coming on here too.
The cucumbers?
So exciting.
The greenhouse might actually do good this year.
Mm-hmm.
Tomatoes are doing decent.
We've got little baby tomatoes coming on. So good.
Tomatoes.
Got pepper flowers. Wow, it is warm in here. Woo. Hot dog. We just finished dinner and we're gonna go check. Marius has been building a balance tank for the machine milker so that it has a more even vacuum. The first try was a 5-gallon bucket. 5-gallon buckets cannot handle the pressure. It imploded. So now we have some handy dandy PVC. Apparently PVC, you still need like Schedule 40 or something it's called to handle vacuum. I don't know what that means. I'm just repeating something. So there were some tools that Marius needed, like some attachments or something, I don't know, to make it easier to do what he was doing. And the guy at the plumbing store lent them to him, which was super nice, so he didn't have to buy them. And fingers crossed that this works. So I forgot to film it, but we very quickly found out it didn't work. It was leaking. So we need to seal the one end. We have only ever seen milking machines for like $3,500. After we started on this, someone sent me like, oh look, you can now get these milking machines for like $1,700. Because the availability of milking machines in Canada is not the same. Anyhow, that was fun. It was like, oh, cool. We're already like $1,000 into this one. We have a whole gallon of cream skimmed waiting to do something. So Mac has a plan. He wants to make mint chip ice cream. He pre-froze these mini chips and then he's dicing them up so they're nice and small. And then he's gonna throw them back in the freezer so they don't melt the ice cream or something. And we've got it going in here. I think that it won't work. Like, and I'm making yogurt here. I usually make it in the Instant Pot, but I was making a huge batch of it. This is like 3 gallons. We're just about up to temperature. I know that because it's frothy and steaming. However, we're going to take its temperature anyways. Yep, perfect. Oh, look at that. If I wanted to speed it up, I could put this in warm water, but I'm just gonna take it off the heat and let it cool down. I have a pork roast in the crock pot. I put mushroom seasoning salt on it, which you can find on venisonfordinner.com. And then I had like a bit of canned peaches left, like a peach sauce. So I put them in the bottom with water and I think that'll be delicious. And then these are eye of round beef steaks. They're marinating. They were still kind of frozen, so I'm leaving them out so they're nice and thawed because room temperature meat grills better. I don't know why these are up. Your guess is as good as mine. Having a potluck tonight and everybody's been telling me what they're bringing and it is sounding delicious. We're making the pork and the beef and the ice cream, unless the ice cream's too delicious and we just need to eat it sooner. Although we have lots of cream, we could just make more ice cream.
We're eating it soon.
Oh, Max says we're not making the ice cream for the party. We also made all that iced tea yesterday and yeah, we're doing good. Takes a lot of buckets to milk these days. We have an empty bucket for milk, an udder wash bucket, a bucket of water to wash the machine with, a goat milking bucket, and 2 calf feeding buckets. So it's definitely a 2-person job. I mean, it could be a 1-person job, but it goes way faster as a 2-person job.
Twice as fast.
Twice as fast, Hamish says. So Hamish and I are going to milk. Mac will come around, he's doing his animal chores by the time the calves are ready to feed, and then they'll feed the calves while I finish up milking the cows. And Freya normally comes out to milk the goats, but she is sleeping, like, out. So we're gonna milk the goat for her this morning. Mac made buckwheat crepes while Hamish and I were milking, which was pretty awesome. They're buckwheat flour, they're gluten-free, and we have them with either icing sugar or maple syrup. And Amos is ready. He's ready to eat. He's a hungry baby. We had a leftover lunch. We had a bit of chili and some sourdough baguette, lots of good fresh butter, some random fruit salad that was left from a potluck, some cheese to put on the chili, milk, iced tea. You eat your bowl. Clean out the fridge nachos with just different random cheeses, salsa, sour cream, and chocolate milk for lunch on this beautiful day. For dinner, we had a stroganoff, this beef with gluten-free noodles. There's all sorts of good things in there. Chives, cheese, cream, tomato. It's better than her face makes it look. We were just waiting for the boys and desperate to eat. You basically can't get Jessa to do anything without just holding her collar and leading her. Homegirl lost her collar sometime between last night's milking and this morning. Guess I'll go get a lead rope or something. Looks like it might storm. We moved milking time earlier to be doing the very first thing we're doing in the morning. Oh, I found it. It's right by the water. We used to kind of like tootle about a bit and do some things and then milk. Also did a lot of drinking coffee on the couch. Now we're milking first thing. So we're not quite awake. By the time we get done, we'll be awake. I just sat down at my desk and my mouse is missing. Also, welcome to my messy desk. This morning when the boys and I got up to milk, Amos was awake and I came and put him in bed with Marius. And Marius was still trying to sleep a little longer before he got up. Oh, I just found it. It's right beside the bed. I was thinking, I'm guessing that Amos was just slowly trashing our room. Which makes sense. It is worse than I left it.